This is the preseason week 2 film review video. Didn't really do a reaction to this game because I'm pretty much going to cover it all right here. So this was the first offensive play of the game, I believe, based on the time. Makes the most sense. It was the Eli Manning to Cody Latimer play that went for around 20 yards. Play action. Nice blocking by Simonson on the top. Mike Remmers, good job. And then he just finds Latimer right in the middle of the field there, wide open. So a nice play by Eli. Nice to see him go down the field. As I said, nice blocking up here by the tight end Simonson. There's nice blocking down here by Mike Remmers. Will Hernandez is, I think, over here doing a nice job as well. Eli Manning steps into the throw. Right in the chest of Latimer. Perfect way to start a game. So this was a nice run by Rod Smith, but we have to look at the offensive line here. They did a terrific job. Pretty much everyone here, the left side especially, did a great job between Solder and Will Hernandez. So let's take a look at it. Volume's on, of course. And just a large hole, had to break one tackle. Gains like 15 yards off of it. I don't know if they show it. Oh, they do show a replay. Okay, perfect. So watch Will Hernandez here. Nate Solder follows him. Zeitler here. And they just create a giant hole. Jalapeno came over to help Zeitler as well. And I mean, that's a hole that I think any running back can definitely get a first down on. And just an awesome job breaking the arm tackle there. And Rod Smith picks up a first down. So another great job by the Giants offensive line. I've been very pleased with what I saw so far. And we'll definitely get into more of them in a little bit. So we're going to follow that up with another run by Rod Smith and some really nice job blocking once again. Specifically Nate Solder, Jalapeno, and Rhett Ellison as well. So watch right here, Nate Solder, all the area he cleans out. Blocks upfield, gain of 7. And then watch Jalapeno at center. Right here, obviously, with the ball. Watch what he does. Kicks out to the left, makes that hole. Nice cut back there. And Ellison does a nice job of blocking the linebacker as well. So he gets off the line freely. Blocks his man right here. Creates another hole for Rod Smith to get through. So nice gain of 7, and once again a great job of blocking by the O-line. So this was a pretty simple play, but I really like the play design by our coach Pat Shermer. And right here I believe it is Rhett Ellison who kicks out, and Eli Manning makes a nice throw. And I say nice throw, I mean this is a simple throw that I think any quarterback should make, but he definitely had to get it over this defender here. And sometimes, you see a lot of quarterbacks throw this ball and it gets batted down. But Eli Manning puts some really nice, what's the word I'm looking for? Really nice arc on this ball and finds Ellison, who does a nice little cutback move right here. I did not know he had that in his arsenal. Picked up 9 yards. So, I mean, just a nice veteran play by Eli Manning to avoid that pass getting batted down. And then the nice cutback by Ellison as well. So everything's been positive so far, but here's the first negative, and I want you guys to watch the hole that Rod Smith chose to go through here. He tried to go inside once he got past the right tackle, but honestly right here, and if you're any running back, I think you should be able to see this, he had a lot of space out here where the arrow is. Not saying he would have scored on it because he probably would have been tackled by the safety here, but would have easily been a first down. He did get the first down on this, I believe, but I don't know why he cut back in exactly. And yeah, it seemed like out here, probably Ellison had his man sealed off and definitely gave Rod Smith the outside, but he cut it in. Maybe he was just being safe and making sure he picked up the first down. I don't know, but I believe they definitely could have gotten more off that running play. So on this play, we have Eli Manning throwing the touchdown, a 3rd and 5. It was a pretty big throw. And a really nice play design by Sherman once again. It helped that everyone up here was blitzing. That's what really made this play happen, because if these linebackers stayed here, obviously Fowler would not be as open as he was up here. So Golden Tate goes out here to the top left corner of the end zone. These two receivers go on in there. And just a pretty easy throw, I would say, for Eli. He definitely, was going to take a hit. He got it off in time. Nice throw there to Fowler. Great job by Fowler to break that tackle and get in. And it was really nice to see Eli Manning score. I mean, that's awesome. He definitely, He didn't need to score today, but just to get that monkey off his back after what Jones did last week and the whole quarterback controversy that some people think are going on for week 1. I still think it's Eli's job regardless week 1. But it was really nice to see that happen. The offensive line did a pretty nice job there. Of course, you can't block 7 people, so nice job by them there. I think it was 8 people actually on the blitz, and Benny Fowler scored. So nice job there by Eli and Benny Fowler. So a big concern last week for the Giants was their pass rush, and I still have my worries. Obviously, this was the Giants' first team against the Bears' second-string offensive linemen and offense in general. But pretty much everyone on this play gets pressure. We have Marcus Golden, B.J. Hill's here somewhere. Even R.J. McIntosh is in on this play, so that was cool to see him in there pretty early. And B.J. Hill nearly gets the sack on this play. He almost tripped up. Chase Daniel on this play. Kind of a push in the back up top here on Marcus Golden, but honestly, I probably would have let it go if I was a ref too. Tay Davis was in there as well and nearly gets the sack. It would have been nice if he tripped him up there for B.J. Hill and then gets pushed out of bounds. Well, not pushed, but he goes out of bounds. But it was nice to see the Giants have some penetration today. We did not really see it at all last week. Sam Darnold and Trevor Siemian seemed like they had all day to throw and did whatever they wanted against us, but much better penetration from the Giants D-line today. Right here we have a really nice play by our new safety, Jabril Peppers, which should get everybody excited. I actually don't even know where he's at right now. I mean, we'll see him eventually. Where is he? I think he's right here. Probably. And I think number 13, whoever this is, I think it's Marvin Hall. I think he used to play for the Falcons or something. I don't know. Probably on the roster bubble anyway. So he did not do a good job of blocking Jabril Peppers on this play. And you could see him right here is Marvin Hall. He has to block Jabril Peppers right here. Doesn't even touch him really, and that's just a mismatch for the Bears. And Peppers gets right in the backfield, goes right for his feet, turns him around, and then there's the big guys over there to eat him up. Dalvin Tomlinson, even Grant Haley. I don't consider him a big guy. Dexter Lawrence was in there as well. Just a nice play by Jabril Peppers to set the tone, get in there early, and make a nice play. So you love seeing that from your new safety. So this was a pretty decent run for the Bears against us. They gained like 10 or 15 yards on this play. I just want to went over like what went wrong, why it happened. So really, no one contains the edge here for the Giants, and you can see here they have 2 guys, probably a tight end here, and their right tackle on Lorenzo Carter. He's never able to get outside, and Ryan Connolly almost makes the play in the backfield. He almost disrupts this entire play right here, just a second too late, which sucks, and then he gets the outside edge and picks up about 10-15 yards, whatever it is, and then Bethea comes in for the nice hit. But yeah, I mean, someone has to get on the edge there, and Carter couldn't do it. I mean, he was double teamed. I mean, it's just a nice play design by the Bears. Dexter Lawrence almost got past his guy enough here, but unfortunately, it's a game of inches, and he got by Conley by a few inches, got by Lawrence by probably a foot or so. But anyway, just unfortunate. But on that play, you kind of need to seal the edge. I mean, Lorenzo Carter, I can't put him at fault there. I think it was just a better play design. But anyway, it just sucks that happened. So a nice job by our defensive coordinator, James Bettcher, on this particular play. I mean, it was 2nd and 2 for the Bears. He went all out on the run, basically, sent all 3 of his linebackers on the blitz. And Kareem Martin over here, I mean, he's not everyone's favorite Giant. I really don't know any Giants fan that likes Kareem Martin. But he makes a nice play here. He comes from behind. He was unblocked on this play, and watch Kareem Martin come around, make the nice play. And, I mean, the Giants just blew this play up. All the linebackers got through, basically. Let's watch all the linebackers up here. And, I mean, they got all through pretty easily. Tay Davis was there. Who's the other linebacker? Oh, that was Jabril Peppers. Okay, well, Jabril Peppers is basically a linebacker on half the plays anyway, so that kind of counts. But they come in, blow up this play. Kareem Martin pretty much takes him by the neck and brings him down. So nice play by the Giants defense there. James Bettcher kind of outsmarting what they're doing there. If they ran a pass play, they might have been screwed. But hey, you guessed right and you guessed wrong. And that time they guessed right. So a nice job there by the Giants. So I'll tell you what, some of you Giants fans need to put some respect on Janoris Jenkins' name. When I put out his highlight video last year, probably during the summer, some people were like, he's not that good anymore, like, we should cut him and stuff like that. But honestly, I still think he's a pretty good cornerback. Is he who he was in 2017? Probably not. But still, he's still a good corner in this league in my mind. He's still B-plus level talent in my mind, maybe A- on certain days. But let's watch Janoris Jenkins up here. So they run like this crazy end-around play, and Janoris has the whole thing sniffed out. So his guy's going to come up here to go around, and Janoris just makes a beeline straight for that side of the field, makes an awesome play. Doesn't make the tackle, and thank God Bethea was there as well, because I think he would have missed the tackle. But just the effort, especially in a preseason game, and people, some people probably had the perception like, oh, this guy's getting paid a lot of money, he probably doesn't give a shit. But it's the total opposite. I mean, Janoris Jenkins is doing everything well at cornerback for them, even mentoring the younger guys he's doing as well. So, I mean, I really like having Janoris Jenkins. I don't know what his future holds after this season for us, but I wouldn't be shocked if they try to keep him around. But just a nice effort play, especially in a preseason game, and a good job by Bethea as well to back him up and make that tackle. I'll tell you what, guys, I'm so excited for Will Hernandez this year. I remember watching like highlight videos on him before we even drafted him and thought, hey, I really like this guy, and I'm really happy we took him in the beginning of the second round last year. And watch him on this play, I believe right here. And even Elijah Penny made some nice blocking on this play as well. But those two did an amazing job here. So we'll watch Will Hernandez kind of helps Jalapio's man at first and then gets on a linebacker, creates some extra space there for the running back, who I believe was Rod Smith. So Will Hernandez is right here, number 71, helps here on a defensive tackle for just a quick moment, and then goes to the linebacker. And see, Elijah Penny's right here as well. So these guys are being accounted for, both of these linebackers, by Penny and Will Hernandez, creating the running lane for Rod Smith. And as I said, just awesome run blocking today. I mean, there were some plays where it didn't work out too well, but for the most part, the Giants' offensive line just had a tremendous game today. So if you came here for Daniel Jones, the time has come. Pretty deep in the video probably, but oh well. There was a lot of stuff to go over in this game. So there was a really nice throw here. It was a pretty tight window as well. Top receiver, I think it was Benny Fowler, kind of runs a deep slant, or I don't want to call it post route. It wasn't deep enough, but pretty much a deep slant. So, just a quick step back and makes a nice throw. And as I said, it's a tight window. I mean, there's three guys in this area. It was man coverage up here, and got it right between the safety and the corner. Safety doesn't make the tackle. Fowler drags him for like 5 yards, picks up a first down. So just a nice throw, and people always praise Daniel Jones for his ball placement, but particularly on this play, I think it was awesome. Kind of had to put it there, honestly, and just the ball placement allowed Benny Fowler to pick up those extra few yards and pick up the first down, which is nice on a 2nd and 14. So just, really nice ball by Daniel Jones, and he just, has just impressed me so much for these first two games. Obviously, he had a couple turnovers today, but it is what it is. I mean, passing the ball, he's looked really good so far. So this was the deep ball to Cody Latimer from Daniel Jones. Really not much to say about this play. I didn't really watch the offensive line on this play, so I'm just going to take a look at that. They all did a good job blocking once again, and Latimer goes up and gets it. So just an awesome ball by Daniel Jones. Let's watch the offensive line real quick. Pay attention to them, who stood out. I think this is it's still the first team offensive line. I see Solder, Hernandez, all those guys out there. Just an awesome ball and a great catch by Latimer. And I'll admit, I'm not going to backtrack on what I said. I wasn't all for re-signing Cody Latimer, but I did admit, even when I said that, when he's on the field, he's a terrific player. I just don't expect him to play in every game. But he's so important to this team until at least Golden Tate comes back. He needs to stay healthy these first 4 weeks. I mean, he's obviously has a big injury history, but if he stays on the field the first few weeks, that would be huge for the Giants. Until Golden Tate comes back, they need him. And Latimer's making big plays for this team, so you love to see that as well. This play was cool to see. This is the Marcus Golden sack. We know he picked him up from Arizona. Had a really good season in 2015, but it's been a while. Comes back healthy, I hope, and beats the tight end there. Honestly, I wasn't even watching him on that play. I don't know what I was looking at. So let's watch him. He's on the bottom here, long hair, number 44. So he is getting blocked by a tight end, which helps. He just goes right. It looked like the tight end was like fixing his hair on that play. That was very weird. What was he doing? I guess it was I don't know. Marcus Golden just put his arm in a really weird place. Gets by him easily. Pretty much just pushes Golden into the sack. He goes, yeah, go ahead and hit my quarterback. I don't care. And gets the blindside sack. So that's awesome. Love to see that. I mean, in my bold prediction video, I predicted that like 4 Giants would get 5+ sacks this year, and he has to be one of those guys. I think he can do it as well. I think Marcus Golden has a legit chance to get somewhere between like 6 and 8 sacks. Maybe he goes 9 or 10. And I hope he has a big year. I mean, health is a big thing for him as well. He's talented, just needs to stay on the field. So a very nice move by Lorenzo Carter on this play. Awesome spin move there. Number 73, the left tackle, had a rough game. on Lorenzo Carter. And Grant Haley almost came up with the interception there. I don't think they showed a replay on the interception part or the near interception, but I'll try to stop it. I mean, it was just out like probably a foot away from his hands and almost made a really nice play. That would have been an awesome interception. But let's look at the play by Lorenzo Carter right here, putting like a Robert Mathis spin move on this guy. Whoop, right by him. Gets it right in Daniel's face, forces him to make a pretty risky throw, almost got intercepted. And if you can get pressure in a quarterback's face, I don't care which quarterback it is, they will not make as good of throws as if they had a clean pocket. So just a nice job creating pressure and almost creating a turnover because of it. So this was our first sign that Daniel Jones is human outside of the fumble he had earlier with mishandling the snap. He had, a lot of time to make a throw here. Awesome job by the O-line. Second unit, I believe, at the offensive line, if I go back and look at it. Yes, it is. And just short hops the ball to Tate. And honestly, I'm happy that was the result because it looked like it could have been intercepted. That throw, of course, needs to be more outside. We'll watch it here in slow motion. And yeah, it could have been picked. I mean, definitely, that's a tough throw to make. I don't even think Tate was that open. Corner did a nice job sticking with him, but that was our first sign, like, hey, this guy's not going to complete every single pass in the NFL. So I'm happy he got it out of the way. Thank God it wasn't intercepted, and it was harmless. So, you just got to learn on those type of throws, and hopefully he won't do it next time. Unfortunately, this was an incomplete pass, but I want you guys to pay attention to Daniel Jones' mechanics on this play. And they were pretty awesome. TJ Jones on the bottom here, and he slips coming out of his break, which led it to be an incomplete pass. But just, as I said, awesome job by Daniel Jones. I mean, he has all the time in the world, it seemed like, on this play. The offensive line, just awesome job today. I can't say it enough. Creating a whole wall here. Gives him all the confidence in the world that he has enough time to make a throw. Let the routes develop. Could have went short here. I mean, he was covered pretty well. Could have went short here. But decides to go down the middle of the field. Steps into the throw. Nice spiral, but unfortunately Jones slipped. It looked like twice on that play. Wasn't intercepted, luckily, and, it just sucks. You can't predict when a receiver is going to slip, so I can't blame the guy. But just really nice mechanics there by Daniel Jones. So a nice play here from our first-round defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence. I did not call him DeMarcus Lawrence that time, thank God. So right here he is, and even Dalvin Tomlinson, I almost called him Dalvin Cook. I mean, what the hell is going on with me? So anyway, these two right here are defensive tackles. Just an awesome job of creating penetration. And as I said 100 times, it is the secondary offensive line for this team. The Bears do have a really good offensive line when they start everybody. But, I mean, just it's nice to see these guys create pressure. This is what they do. Awesome players. I mean, Lawrence is getting double teamed and still finds a way to push forward and just stay with this running back and trying to, pretty much push him into the pile of giants and allow him to gain no yards. So a nice job there by the big guys up front. You love seeing that. It is the secondary unit of the offensive line, but I don't care. It's still a nice penetration and all that kind of stuff. So number 73 for the Bears, having a tough time with Lorenzo Carter once again. And this guy was playing like Eric Flowers today. He looked like a young Eric Flowers when Lorenzo Carter was on him. I mean, literally it looked like something Flowers would do. So, I mean, it was a nice move. He just gets lower than he does and is able to get to the quarterback. Ends up getting held on this play. They throw a flag on it. And I think the Bears challenged pass interference on this play. Thank God it wasn't. I really didn't think it was that bad, so it shouldn't have been overturned, but they didn't call it anyway, so that's good. So you watch here, they circle him, of course, number 73, Eric Flowers. And, Carter just speed rush, gets lower than him, and gets held. I mean, I think he was holding him by the neck right here. You could tell, obvious hold. So a nice job there by Lorenzo Carter. It was great to see him make some nice moves. And you can tell Lorenzo Carter looks bigger this year. He's definitely in a position to have a great year. Hopefully he stays healthy and puts up some good numbers for us this year. So the running play here and some nice blocking by Spencer Pulley and Victor Solako, who I really don't know, honestly. I'm not going to act like I know this guy. He is number 64, but they both made nice plays here. So here he is, 64, making a block here. And what looks like I don't know if he's a linebacker. It looks like a safety, honestly. Spencer Pulley's right here. Here's Perkins with the ball. Perkins looked a lot better today. I mean, he had a rough game against the Jets, but he looked a lot better, made some nice cuts today. But a nice job by these two. Solako and Pulley making nice blocks and creating a running lane for him. And some other nice blocking there. I don't want to name everybody because, honestly, I don't know our whole secondary offensive line. I'm not going to act like I do. But anyway, just a nice job by them. They played well today, just like the first team did, so you love seeing that. So it's these kind of plays that bring out the, hey, I thought Daniel Jones wasn't at Duke anymore type of jokes, because obviously his Duke receivers were not too reliable and caused a lot of drops. And Scott Simonson does that exact thing here, drops the ball. I mean, I don't know what happened. It looked like, he probably tried to turn upfield too early. And it sucks because he definitely had a room to turn up for a first down. He just tried to do it too early, had a few yards between this guy and this guy, so he could have caught it. Probably made it upfield over here for a first down potentially. But it doesn't matter. Scott Simonson's not the future of this team. The guy throwing the ball is. So him making an accurate pass is all that matters to me. Guys drop balls. It is what it is. But I'm sure a lot of people were making Duke receiver jokes over this play. But hey, doesn't matter. Daniel Jones made a nice play between the numbers, or a nice throw between the numbers, and that's all I care about right now. So this play was very weird. It was the Daniel Jones fumble from the right side, the right tackle. And it's weird because there's a chip play going on. I think this guy, the tight end here, I honestly don't know who it is. He chips the guy rushing on the right side, and that creates the sack. So if you watch here, he chips this dude, chips him, and then he's out of place. And then right here is an open lane to Daniel Jones. The replay shows it much better. So let's just watch the bottom of the screen here. And usually these work. A chip play usually works. It helps your offensive tackles. Did not help right there, and Daniel Jones is hit, fumbles the football. Let's see if the replay gives us... Oh, here it is. Okay. It's funny. I've never seen anything like this where a chip play goes against your team. So right there, 89 with the chip. And then I think Chad Slade it is, number 62. Also really don't know who he is. And, he couldn't move his feet fast enough and get there. So... basically, the defender gets chipped and then has a free lane to Daniel Jones and didn't really protect the ball there. But he barely got any time there as it is, and I definitely credit Daniel Jones for keeping his eyes downfield, like one of our quarterbacks does not do at this stage in his career, not naming names, but he was looking downfield, just a crappy job blocking by these guys, and a chip play should work. Did not work there, and it is what it is, just an unfortunate event. Not good for Mr. Chad Slade, but hey, he'll get him next time. My guy, Oshane Ximines, with his first sack in a Giants uniform in an actual game. I'm sure he's had sacks at practice before, but we don't care about that. So, it's kind of a coverage sack. I don't want to call it that exactly, but hey, he didn't really have anywhere to go with this ball. Everyone was pretty much accounted for. He could have went the short route here, but, Chase Daniel ain't about that life. And... Oshane's on the bottom here, and the left tackle did a decent job. He contained them for a while, but then he scrambles out. Oshane gets the feet, trips him up. It counts as a sack. We don't care. So congrats to him. Throws up an X, just like that former Cowboy receiver with the name Des Bryant. He used to do that when he scored touchdowns. And now our outside linebacker's doing it when he gets sacks. So it's funny how that came full circle. But hey, Oshane's cooler than Des, best believe. A nice play here by who looks like to be our starting slot cornerback, and Grant Haley makes a nice play over here. I tried to follow him with the mouse, wasn't fast enough. But yeah, he just stayed with this guy the whole time. It would have taken a perfect throw to, score on that play. But a nice job by him. I believe he's undrafted. I think he went to Penn State as well, so that's cool. Played pretty well last year, had up and down moments, and I think they do show a replay. I don't know if they show him right here. Okay. So he sticks with this guy the whole time, gets his head around at one point, like right here. And as I said, it would have taken a perfect throw. It almost was a perfect throw, but just awesome coverage there. Stuck with this guy very well, and I hope Grant Haley plays well for us because the undrafted stories are pretty cool. He has what it takes to be a good slot corner in this league, so it very well could happen, and I'm wishing him the best for 2019. On this play, we have another sack. It's Olsen Pierre, who came over from the Cardinals, because, of course, half of our defense is Cardinals. But it's cool to see him get a sack. I don't think he's that talented. His career, I think this is like his 4th or 5th year. He did have like a 5-sack year, I believe. This is me going off memory from like 5 months ago when we signed him. But here he is at 72. He honestly was the furthest from the quarterback at this point, so it's kind of weird how he got the sack. I think his guy kind of just gave up. You know what happened here, actually? His guy... It was friendly fire. His guy here tripped on his own guy here. And once he tripped, Olsen Pierre had a wide open lane to Chase Daniel. Funny how that stuff works. Turns around, didn't see number 72 coming right at him. Gets the easy sack. Hands on the hips, looking all sassy. Nice sack there. First sack as a Giant, I believe, so congrats to Olsen Pierre. So I'm going to call this play Rod Smith owes Nick Gates a steak dinner at some point after what he did on this play for him. So this was the Daniel Jones to, I forget the first guy's name, something Golden, some receiver we have. And obviously, what's his name? Now I forget his name, of course. Rod Smith fumbles the ball. And Nick Gates makes an awesome play here. And I don't know even where he starts, probably at right tackle, maybe left tackle. Here he is actually, left tackle. Number 65, I believe, or 55, something with a 5. And he's all the way down here at this point, 65. Ball's loose, and he just jumps on it with a bunch of Bears coming right at him. And it's not often you see a guy recover the ball on first try. Like, usually it kind of comes out, and, you know, he just makes an awesome play there, though. I mean, as I said, Rod Smith owes this guy a dinner or something because that play saved his ass, saved the drive for the Giants. I forget what they did on the rest of this drive, but it's better than a turnover, absolutely. So, awesome job there and a great effort by Nick Gates. So right here we have another Paul Perkins run that was pretty nice, and then also we have some nice blocking from Spencer Pulley, who I am aware of. Actually, no, it's not a run. I am completely off on this one. It was the screenplay, and Paul Perkins did a nice job here. So Daniel Jones waits as long as he could, swings his arm out, makes the pass to Perkins, has to get past number 97 here. He's, you know, got the advantage, obviously. This dude's a lot bigger, has the advantage in open field. So here's Evan Brown, 67, making a block here, just enough to get Perkins free, goes down the left sideline. I don't even know where Pulley went, honestly. Where was Spencer Pulley on this play? Oh, here he is. Okay, so he probably helped as well. So 77. I don't even know where he went. He might have just ran to the bathroom or something. I have no idea where he went. He's not even in the picture anymore. That's crazy. But yeah, Paul Perkins picked up like 15, 20 yards on that play. Nice job by him. And as I said, I'm happy for Paul Perkins. I mean, he hasn't really played meaningful games for this team in like 3 years, but hey, he's back, and it's surprising, but he's back, and he looked really good in this game. So maybe he makes the roster. I mean, it's pretty much between him, Rod Smith, and I want to call him Ronnie Hillman, but that guy was a running back for the Broncos a few years ago. I think it's John Hillman or something like that. You guys know what I'm talking about, but of course I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I can't look it up. But yeah, it's between those three, it looks like. I mean, maybe there are more roster spots for running backs, but we'll see. But Paul Perkins definitely had a good showing tonight, and that's a positive outlook for his potential on making this team. So this play is labeled as the Jones to Jones touchdown. Very simple. TJ Jones on the top of the screen here basically just runs a fly route and gets in front of his guy. Daniel Jones places it in the bucket. There's one high safety. Doesn't matter. Cornerback gets turned around the wrong way. TJ Jones catches a touchdown. And TJ Jones has looked great so far. I've only seen him in 2 games. I remember him in Detroit, and I think at one point when, I forget when it was, I mean, probably a Lions receiver got hurt, and I picked up TJ Jones in the fantasy, and he had like 7 or 8 catches. So because he helped my team, I've always liked the guy. But he's probably going to get a chance to make this team. And Daniel Jones, more importantly, makes an awesome pass and right in stride. And you love seeing that. That's our future right there. Not TJ Jones, but Daniel Jones is our future, making awesome throws. Walks off like it's no big deal. He actually might go over to congratulate him. I don't even know. I didn't extend the clip long enough. That's on me. But that's it. That's the final play. I only did the first half. I mean, I did watch the whole game, but like, doesn't really matter at a certain point because like most of those guys probably won't make the team anyway. But that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it, and I'll talk to you next time.